Lead this hour's bulletin with this story. 12 to 17-year-olds can now register for their COVID-19 vaccines starting on Monday. And according to the Department of Health, parental consent will not be required. Let's get some reaction now from Mr. Matakanye Matakanye, who's from the National Association of School Governing Bodies. Mr. Matakanye, good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us here on the Midday View this hour. Just tell us your reaction to the fact that now school-going children aged between 12 and 17 will be able to get the vaccine. We understand it's one Pfizer jab. What's your initial reaction to this story?
Good afternoon, Tate Myani. Thank you so much, and all your listeners. We welcome the initiative as National Association of School Governing Bodies because we are guided by the experts, we are guided by the scientists in these difficult times. And you'll remember that it started with teachers, and then we completed that process. But now there are a lot of questions. What about the children? Are the children not going to affect the teachers in class? And that's how it came about. So that final decision had been taken so that children must get a jab as well.
But what about those teachers who don't want to get the jab? How will that play out? I mean, what's your view? Have, for example, as the governing bodies, have your members all got the jab now?
Well, as governing bodies, we never got a special treatment. We were just like any other member of the society. So I may not be certainly say yes or no because we were not given a special concession to say school governing bodies of the 27,000 schools are going to go through the process. As I said, we were treated like any other member of the society. Therefore, I don't have just a scientific answer.
Okay.
And,
but the point is, Ntata Matakanye, you welcome the move that children aged between 12 and 17 can get the COVID-19 vaccine, which is good. But we do know that some teachers are reluctant or hesitant for various reasons. And we've understood even the Minister of Basic Education, a few months ago, going around the country, appealing to teachers as well to get the jab. If you welcome that children can get the jab, surely you're going to encourage your members as well, who are adults, to do the same.
It's true that we want to encourage everybody that for us to be safe, and for us to be safe as a whole, as a country, as members of these school governing bodies, as members of particular schools, we would love to encourage everybody to do that, despite all this fake news that are running around and finally confusing some of the members of the society and finally reneging on going and become protected against this pandemic. But now I would also like to call each and everybody, particularly those who are involved in education, so that we are all safe. I think we are being ascertained by the scientists that there is no other route except inauguration, that we go there and inaugurate, then we'll all be safe.
Yeah, okay, I think your point is clear. I just wanted to clarify. So you're urging everybody involved in the education sector to get the jab. You welcome the news announced by Dr. Pasha today that children, as of Monday, can start, between the ages of 12 and 17, can start registering to get their one Pfizer jab. But my understanding is the schools might not actually be involved, that, anybody who's between 12 and 17, when their time comes after they've registered, they can go and get the jab. Would you want to see schools being involved in assisting the vaccination campaign for children aged between 12 and 17?
We really want to call upon all the school governing bodies in the country to ensure that they support this move for the safety of our school, for the safety of our children, for the safety of our teachers, for the safety of ourselves, as well as school governing bodies, because we are working in schools. So I would like really to encourage everybody and undermine the fake news that are running around to say, no, this is intentional, this is whatever, this are just stories. But as I said already, scientists have assured us that that is the only scientific route to go. So I really would like to call upon everybody to do that.
Okay. Finally, and very brief, Ntate Matakanye, I do understand from the Minister of Health this morning that schools are not necessarily going to be running this campaign or going with this campaign of vaccinating children aged between 12 and 17, but your association is calling on all schools to assist and collaborate and make sure that this vaccination campaign for those aged between 12 and 17 succeeds.
We do that. We call upon schools to ensure that this campaign succeeds. And I think it will alleviate the fears, the anxieties, the frustration that some of the parents had. You know, we had a lot of questions when we were campaigning for teachers to get a jab, and they were saying, what about the children? What about the children? And I think this is the answer today. So we want to say to each and every member, please, let's stand up and support our children. Let's support this campaign.
Thank you very much. Ntate Matakanye Matakanye, he's from the National Association of School Governing Bodies, commenting, of course, on the news today that school-going kids aged 12 to 17 can now get their COVID-19 jabs.